as you are messaging them, and regardless if they are opening them or not, guess who's popping up on the news feed? Hello. So they're going to be seeing a lot more of your face, a lot more of your products, and all that stuff. So that's why it's very important to message as well as post. Trying to think what else. You basically, you know what your every day-to-day life is like. Mine is basically a schedule. It's like a job here. It's the same time every day, same thing every day. So you have to figure out what your schedule is like, your day to day. If you are a working mom, as well as if you're a stay-at-home mom like myself, you have the same schedule every day. You may not see it, but you do. You have to figure out what that schedule is, and then you have to figure out how to steal the 5 to 10 minutes to 15 minutes in between your time to do this business. When I get up and I send my messages, my 25, I don't reply back to them right away. I will go and I'll do a chore, whether it's, unload the dishwasher, or, if my kids are up, I don't fold clothes. I have to wait till they go to bed. Or I'll pick up some toys. I'll feed the dogs. I'll feed the cat, let them out, whatever the case may be. I don't do anything until I send out those 25 messages within that hour. Because, I have to do that, because if I don't, as a mom, your mind wanders off. Then once I do the chore, that's when I will reply everybody back, because once they're interested, they are always interested. A no is never forever. So once you figure out what your schedule is, your day-to-day is, then that's when you can figure out how to, work this business in your life, because this is what this business is about. Is if you incorporate, it works into your life, not about your life. So if you're, really spammy and your Instagram is all, it works this, it's worked that, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere. People want to see you. People are absolutely nosy. They want to see your life. They want to escape and see other moms and other people on their crazy life, to be like, maybe my life isn't so bad. She's got a lot worse than I do. That's just human nature. So once you figure out your schedule, and then you can figure out how to message, send your messages. Even if you can't, even if you don't do 25 messages, even if you just do 10 an hour, as long as it's 100 messages a day, you planted 100 seeds, and probably 2 to 4 of those people are going to reply back, and maybe one of them may sign up. But because I've been doing this for so long, and everybody trusts me because of who I follow, how I branded myself on Instagram, that's why I get those 2 to 4 customers a day. Like today, I got my 2. So my goal is to get one customer a day. And I already got 6. So today's day 6. I'm not going to go to bed until I get one more, because I want to be at least a day or 2 ahead. So once you figure out what your routine is, then, basically it's really easy peasy. I mean, that's just how my day-to-day is. Some days it's even crazier. Like on Mondays are a little harder for me, because that's my food shopping day. I refuse to food shop on Sundays. And that's the day that my husband is actually home from work. So, of course, the man-child, like Tina said, they need attention too. And, but I do try and message, that night. How long it take you to get consistent? Yeah, it took me a long time to make it like second nature, to make this business to be consistent. When I started, I enrolled 12 customers in my first 48 hours. I was just, I only had the two kids at the time. As Hunter was awake, waking up for his nightly feedings, that's when I was working. I would message, all my friends and family. And it took me at least about 2 weeks to get into the routine of being able to, to incorporate this business into my life. And like Jay just said in the chat, it's not easy. It may take you longer, but that's fine. As long as you are still trying and you're making an effort, these little steps are going to make a big impact. So these little steps are going to make a big impact. So just keep working at it, and just, it's practice. Practice makes perfect, guys. Nobody, knows network marketing as soon as they join up. I was a cashier for almost 10 years. I don't know a damn thing about network marketing when I joined. I just knew that this was the answer to my prayers. And when I saw Tina's post that one night, feeding Hunter, crying my eyes out because my husband and I just got into a fight because he was telling me I had to go back to work. And I was like, oh no, I'm not coming back to work. And bam, Tina's post was right there. And I signed up the next day. Like I only knew the name of the company. I didn't know about what products we sold. I didn't ever try the product. So, it's how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to change the situation that you're in? And when you have that drive and you have your why, you will do whatever it takes to make this business work. Yeah, it's going to be hard at first. And of course you're going to stumble. Everybody does. Nobody gets to the top, in 30 days. All right, maybe a few, but they're like unicorn people. But you gotta you have to keep working at it. And the more you work at it, the better you're going to become. It's practice makes perfect.
Okay. All right, Jenny. So I want to talk about before you were Diamond. Did you ever think that you would gain as much confidence as you have right now?
Oh God, no. I, I have a right hand deformity. Okay, I was born that way, and I'm also bone and nerve damage in both my ears, so I read lips. So if you're talking to me, you got to make sure that I'm looking at you. So I had zero confidence. I was bullied throughout my whole childhood. I mean, I was called names. It wasn't up until high school when I went to a brand new high school and I figured, oh, this is going to be the time. I'm going to reinvent myself. Nobody knows who I am. I stopped wearing my hearing aids, and I wore hearing aids that made my ears stick out like a taxi driver. I mean, it was bad. And I always hid my hand. My hands were always in my pocket. And even now, and I'm 33, and sometimes you may see me just do that. It's just old habit, die hard, I guess. So when high school came, and I don't know what possessed me to hold this cup just like this to show my hand. And the student said, ew, what the happened to your hand? I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't even know if they still make them, but Arizona used to make those really tall glass bottles. And my father used to buy me one every day in the morning. I took the neck and I went, bam, smacked her right in the nose, broke her nose. First day of high school. And because I did not want anybody to, I just couldn't do that again. But I was still shy. I was still timid. I had no confidence in myself. And even in my 20s, it wasn't until I met my husband. I was 23, and he noticed, we were walking into Walmart, and he noticed I put my hands in my pocket, and he said, why do you do that? And I'm, do what? All I'm doing is walking. And he said, you put your hands in your pocket. And he said, you don't need to do that anymore, because adult bullying wasn't the thing, a couple years ago. And so that's when I started to get a little bit of confidence. Once I hit Diamond, and at that point, as I was doing this business, I actually just stopped caring what people thought. I just stopped caring. And that was the biggest thing. I kept caring what people thought about me because it's been that way since I started school. I mean, I'm not a person that wants to be in a spotlight. I never want to be in a spotlight. But, to do a Zoom like this, I know how important it is, because I'm sure my story, or even a little bit of my story, would help somebody else. But once I stopped caring what other people thought, I just soared. And it's all about your mind. You guys, it starts with you. You have to figure out if what they think is going to affect you. Is it going to make you better? Is it going to, help you in life? Is it going to make you succeed in this business? You have to stop what people think about you and just go for it, because they're not paying your bills, guys. They are not paying your bills. So until they make a say in paying your bills, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Okay, that leads me back to when I think it was your friend's mom said something to you. You were not Diamond yet. Like, you were just your posts were there. You had your kids were in the same pajamas or something that they wore the day before. Something stupid. Like if you're a mom of like more than one kid, those kids can wear pajamas for like 3 days. And you know what? Shit, they're still clean to me. But anyways, so she said this lady said something to Jenny, and I was like, oh my God, she went there. And I was like, block her. Get her out of your life. That is someone, I mean, she was talking down about her as a mother and her business and everything. And I was like, I swear, since that lady said something to you, you had this fire in you that was just like, you just let her go. You blocked her and you just went diamond. I swear it just happened like right away. It was like, oh my gosh. It's like she literally used that to fuel her fire and she just friggin' ran, you guys. And so now I am a mom of 3, and I'm like, Jenny, how do you put your kids to bed without them like kicking the shit out of the door and the neighbors hearing and all this like I'm just like, Jenny, help me. And I'm like, how do you do this? And I'm seeing her name on eSuite every single day, like Jenny Fallat every single day. And I mean, she's someone that I look up to. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do this. And so I've been asking her, and last month I knew she was super busy with her double diamond, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait until March 1st to talk to you because I didn't want to like tell her, like, I need you. Everyone needs you. People need this. They need to hear your story because not everyone is able to just go without kids and sit on a beach and enroll people and have the life like that. Like, no, your life is chaotic, and it's more chaotic than probably more than 75% of the people on this right now. And you're busting your ass to enroll at least one loyal customer a day because your father put this business into your life and he told you not to quit. So if this business was put into your life for a reason, every single one of you, this business was put into your life for a reason. Do not quit. Only move forward. Okay, so this is going to end in like 3 seconds. Does anyone have any questions really quick for Jenny before this stops? Do you message about product and business?
I only message for loyal customers. If they say that they can't afford it, then I switch them to a potential distributor.
Anyone else have any questions quick before it ends?
We have like 5 minutes.
Oh, just kidding. We have 5 minutes. So
I suck at lives too, guys. I don't really do lives that much because every time I try to, somebody's screaming like a banshee in the background. It's just and because I can't hear, so I gotta listen to that, and then I'm trying to concentrate. I rarely do lives. It probably is hurting my business, but I can only do what I can do.
And you're doing a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, lives, I mean, that's just hard. I feel like, I don't know. I give people props who can do lives when they have kids because Aubrey went live yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was my birthday. My phone said save or delete on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my God, I just got out of the shower. My daughter went live. She's 1. And I literally was naked, dressing one kid, yelling at the other. I'm like, oh my God, was my fat ass all over Facebook? And so I don't know if you guys saw me naked. I deleted it, but like, I don't know what you guys saw. So, I mean, that's my type of live is if my kid just goes for it. But I want to get into live videos because it's really working for people. People are going crazy with live videos.
Yeah, and the stories, if you're, depending on where you work in your business, but those Insta stories are where it's at. Those polls, just make sure if you do the polls, you don't have it like that big right there because people are going to say, oh, I accidentally hit it. So make sure that you have it smaller, you got it crooked, you up, because then you don't get that, I accidentally hit it, so, you just got to figure out what works for you. And really it's embracing the chaos. Jade said it in one of her Zooms in the first of the year, and it just like a light bulb click, and I went, duh. And that's why, bam, I just went, okay, I'm just going to, as they're screaming their bloody head off, give me 1 minute, let me get this out, please.
Put them in a box like I do.
I can't even do that. And my husband had to make me a really big gate for this hallway here. And but Hunter, he's just a bull, and he already pimped it, and it's made out of wood. But I just be like, okay, hold on a second, just kill each other for 1 minute over there, just don't put the blood. I mean, that's just what I do. So it's just, you have to just embrace the chaos, because it's not going to change. Your life is going to be crazy. Shit's going to happen. It's just, that's just how it is. I mean, you just have to just embrace it and be like, okay, I'm just going to work right through it, because that's all you can do.
Oh my God, I love you. Oh, I know that people are still asking questions, but you guys, I want you guys to follow Jenny Fallat, because I'm telling you, this girl, I can't even tell you how many times I've been like, oh my God, my life is going to friggin' it's just going to cave in on me. And
Yeah,
because
I
my
think my
kids treat me
Facebook
like
is
shit.
public and my Instagram is public. So don't follow me on Instagram, because if I see that your net works, I on an accident, I will block you. Thinking that, because I don't know. So just, it's public, so you can just, just
Go scroll.
follow me. Yeah, you can be my stalker. I don't care about that. And I just put my Instagram name on Facebook in the chat here.
Please post this. I'd love to.
I can't follow on Facebook. Okay, I'll fix that setting for you guys. We have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes. Come on, any more questions?
Does anyone have any questions? I saw some in here. How many people do you follow a day so you don't run out of people to follow?
Oh, I use the Captivate, and I follow the most recent picture in Captivate. I'm telling you guys, if you're not using that, I don't know what's wrong with you, because it's amazing. And it follows for me every 3 minutes. It doesn't matter, throughout the whole day. And I follow from Monday to Saturday night. Saturday I stop, and then Sundays are my unfollowing days. So I follow all week, and then, I unfollow. How long do I wait to call? I just message everybody, honestly. I message my followers. I message my non-followers. I really just message everybody, because as soon as they follow me, they are already liking and commenting on things that I posted like 2 weeks ago, because of the algorithm. Like, somebody just did that, like the last week of January, somebody commented on something. So I follow everybody.
Okay, awesome. Jenny, can you write down like a few? I know that some people did take notes, but can you write down a few like notes of exactly what you did? Because we were trying, Caitlin and I were trying to record the beginning, and my computer would not do it. It was not like letting me do it, and it was so aggravating. So I didn't get the beginning of this. I'm sorry. I recorded, Caitlin recorded it, the end of it. So thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I know, but is there any way you could like write down a few notes for the people who didn't get to this?
Yeah, somebody just messaged me on what
Okay,
you want me
like
to.
the Captivate. I mean, people want to know just the
Oh, what
certain
are you?
apps
Okay.
you use, how many people you're messaging, when you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like a day in the life of Jenny and the kids.
Yeah. Okay.
So fun.
Embracing the
Thank
chaos.
you.
You're
I'll put it up,
welcome.
Tara.